This y'all, it's your boy NeedForSheed coming back with another episode of NFL predictions. I hope you guys have enjoyed the first three episodes when I did the AOC South, the NFC South, and the NFC North. Now today, the one I'm going to do, I'm sticking the NFC and I'm gonna do the NFC West. Now with the NFC West, y'all understand who comes with that division. The Rams, the Cardinals, the Seahawks, and the 49ers. Of course, my rankings for the teams, it's kind of easy. It's kind of self-explanatory in that division. Cardinals going to be the worst team in the league by far. They have nobody, nothing. All their receivers are 5'9" and shorter. They have no quarterback. Josh Dobbs, shout out to you. I live in Knoxville, Tennessee. Do what you got to do. Ain't worried about it. You trade Isaiah Simmons for a bag of nickels and a bag of peanuts. You got James Conner. Okay. Offensive line, not that good. Defense, really bad. Y'all need to go ahead and trade Buda Baker. Get him up out of there. So y'all going to finish at the bottom. It is what it is. Right above y'all, I got the Rams. The Rams still having to rebuild after they winning that Super Bowl. They still don't know what they're doing. They still can't do what they have to do. They sold everybody to get this championship, which is smart. You gotta get the Super Bowl, so everybody get the Super Bowl, everybody get the money, everybody get paid, everybody's living life. You made all those drafts, you made all those trades just to get that Super Bowl. So I ain't mad at you. But you let Bobby Wagner go after 1 year, which he was a pro. People was like that was a fraudulent Pro Bowl year. He actually played pretty well, but I can understand that people say that. But you let him go. You paid Allen Robinson when you could have paid Odell, but you paid Allen Robinson. And to me, Allen Robinson just can never get on rapport with Matthew Stafford because Matthew Stafford is focusing on Cooper Kupp a lot. But Allen Robinson didn't do well either, but it wasn't just his fault. So he's with Pittsburgh now. Trade Jalen Ramsey to Miami. You had to just get rid of him because you couldn't afford to pay everybody. So you still got three players on max deals. You got Stafford, Kupp, and Aaron Donald. And nobody else. Honestly, nobody else. So y'all gonna finish bottom half. Hey, y'all sold it for the Super Bowl, so y'all do what y'all gotta do. Right above them, I got the Seahawks. Seattle is really gonna rebuild, keep building on last year. They made the playoffs, played good first half against San Francisco. Then San Francisco took off in the second half, but that was really good. I love Jackson Smith and Jigma, even though he's hurt right now, having him in your slot receiver with Tyler Lockett, Noah Fant, and DK Metcalf. You got Kendall Walker back there. He's more of a big play back instead of an every down back. So getting that taken care of. Can Gino even got to throw 4,800 yards or anything like that? Can Gino throw 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 10 picks? Can he 8 picks? Can you do 32 and 8 with 4,000 yards? Can you do that again? Because if he could do 38 and 4,000 yards, they'll be prime. Now that offense line wasn't that good. Again, hopefully they get better this year. Offense line still wasn't that good, so hopefully they'll get better. Defensively, that's where all their money needs to go is to defense. But having Tariq Woolen and then you drafted the Illinois cornerback Witherspoon. You drafted him to put on the other side. Jamal Adams not going to start out, but he is going to play. So you're just rebuilding that defense. So that's where Seattle is. But I feel like they're going to finish there and clear-cut number one. Clear-cut number one, San Francisco. San Francisco has everything they need. They got offense line. Offense line is probably the shakiest part of them. That's why Trent Williams, they got a lot of shaky positions within that. So that's probably where everything is banking on is the offense line. But skills position is there. You got Debo, you got George Kittle, you got Brandon Ayuk. You good. Brock Purdy played well last 8 games. Now he's the starter. You traded Trey Lance to the Cowboys. You did all of that. So let's see what they can do. You got C-Mac back there running the ball. So offensively, you can't do that. And defensively, they were top 5 defense. And they just signed Hargraves in the summer. You got Bosa, you got Fred Warner, you got everything. The shakiest part of their defense is probably their DBs, and they can probably fix that up as well. So other than that, San Francisco really ain't got too many flaws to me. It's possibly the offensive line and the secondary is probably 2 weak points of the team, but you can probably cover that up with the pass rush and being able to get there so they don't have to hold up longer, and getting the ball out quick with Brock Purdy will make it easier for them. So that's why I get that finished. So like everything else, I'm gonna start with the worst team and move up from there. So the first team I'm talking about, y'all already heard, Arizona Cardinals. All right, this is gonna be short, simple, sweet. I got Arizona going 2-15, 3-14. I don't have them winning pretty much any game. I got them going 1-5 in the division. I think they can get the Rams because I don't think the Rams are really that good. Even as bad as Cardinals is, I think they can slip up and beat them one game. So I got them beating them. And outside of that, they can probably beat the Texans, and they can probably beat that's two. They could beat the Texans and possibly the I don't know. Looking over the schedule again, they might. The Commanders, because don't know what Sam Howell gonna do. So probably the Commanders. So that's how I get 3 wins. Outside of that, they're gonna lose to the Giants, lose to the Cowboys, get swept by the 49ers, get swept by the Seahawks, gonna lose to the Bengals, gonna lose to the Ravens, gonna lose to the Falcons. They're gonna lose to the Steelers, most likely. They're gonna lose. The Bears is also a toss-up game. So they're 2-15, 3-14 is where they're gonna be at. They're gonna lose to the Eagles. So yeah, long story short, they're gonna be terrible. So we ain't gonna spend that much time on them. All right, let's go on to who I believe is gonna finish right above them is the Rams. I got the Rams going 5-11, 6-12. I believe they go 2-4 in the division. I believe like they sweep. No, yeah, I got them going 2-4 in the division. I feel like they can sweep the Cardinals. Even though I say the Cardinals can get the Rams, I say the Rams can also sweep them, so they can also get those two. Actually, no, I got them going 3-3 because I think they can split with Seattle, but they gonna get swept by San Francisco. San Francisco just got their number. Actually, Seattle got their number too, so they might go 2-4 in the division. Teams they can beat the Colts. They can beat the Colts. They can beat the Commanders, most likely. It's a possibility they can beat the Steelers and the Packers game is a toss-up. So I got them going 5-11. No, 5-12. I got the Rams going 5-12, maybe 6-11, but for the most part, I got the Rams going 5-12. Like I said earlier, they really don't have too much to work with out there. They spent all their money on key players instead of building out the roster, so they really haven't rebuilt the offensive line. It's so many problems, but I just read off a couple of wins because I got them getting possibly swept by Seattle and the 49ers. I got them lose to the Bengals, got them lose to the Eagles, got them lose to the Cowboys, got losing to probably the Saints, probably lose to the Giants. So anywhere in there from 5-11, 5-12, 6-11 is where I got the Rams. All right, let's go on to the Seattle Seahawks, a surprise team last year. Let's see what they go. I think I got them going around 9-8, 10-7 because I think they'll go 4-2 in the division. I feel like they will sweep the Cardinals. They'll sweep the Cardinals, and they'll split with the Rams and these 49ers. So they'll go 4-2. So that's already 4 wins. I feel like they could beat the Panthers. That's 5. I feel like they could beat the Lions at 6. I feel like they could beat the Giants at 7. I got them losing to the Bengals. They could possibly beat the Browns at 8. I got them lose to the Ravens. They could probably beat the Commanders at 9. I got to lose to the Cowboys. I got losing to the Eagles. I got them beating the Titans at 10. So in the Steelers game, that's a tough one. It's the end of the year. Don't know if they're playing for anything. So that's why I got them going 9-8, 10-7. It's possible they can go 11-6. That Steelers game is a toss-up. It could go either way. But me personally, I got them going probably 10-7 is the best. I think they'll go 10-7. I got them 9-8 French, but I think 10-7. I'm leaning more so towards that. So I got the Seahawks going 10-7. And the team I have winning the division, and by far to me, is the 49ers. So let's look over their schedule. I got them going 5-1 division with the possibility of splitting with Seattle. So I got them going 5-1 division. I got them beating the Steelers at 6, beating the Vikings at 7, beating the Jaguars at 8, beating the Bucks at 9, beating the Commanders at 10, beating possibly the Ravens, Bengals, Browns. They could get one of them 12-5, beating the Giants. Yeah. So I got them going 12-5, 13-4, right around there. Offensively, I feel like they'll be able to score enough points. And defensively, they can keep a lot of these teams from getting what they want and getting where they want. So me personally, I got the 49ers clearly winning the division going 12-5, 13-4, clearly. So ranking again, I got the Cardinals dead last, probably the worst team in the NFL this year. Got the Rams right above that. Got Seattle right above that, and I got San Francisco number 1. So if your team is on here, if you're a Cardinals fan, I feel sorry for you. yeah, you just terrible. If you're a Rams fan, hey, y'all got the Super Bowl, so y'all just gonna live with this disappointment for the next couple of years until y'all figure it out. Seahawks fans, I'm glad y'all have something to cheer for after y'all traded Russell Wilson. I'm glad y'all still have something to cheer for, looking good in that division. Everybody love the 12th man up there. And if you're a San Fran fan, just make sure you got a lot of quarterbacks on your team. That's all I can say. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of NFL Predictions. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for checking out the other videos. Please go check those out. Please go check out Let's Make, my cocktail making series going on right now. Please go try that. Go get a drink with me. Sunday football is coming back. It's on the way back, and we're going to keep it going. And I'll see you guys again on another episode tomorrow. You feel me?